First of all, I want to take a moment to introduce the new Deputy Permanent Representative, Ambassador Jonathan Allen.
How do you do, everybody? Nice to work with you.
I'm looking forward to Amina Mohammed's briefing on her visit to the DRC and to Nigeria, two crucial countries, including for the Women, Peace and Security agenda, which was the reason for her visit that she'll be briefing us on. On the DRC, we call on all of the parties to abide by the 31st of December agreement, including, crucially, the holding of free and fair elections before the end of the year. And on northeast Nigeria, I was very glad to co-lead the Security Council there as part of our Lake Chad Basin visit back in March. One of the things that we concluded was that it was important not to have a one-off visit, but to have a series of sustained engagement, really getting under the surface of the interconnected problems there. It's not just climate change, it's not just terrorism, it's not just governance, it's not just a famine, it's everything interconnected with everything else.
So Amina Mohammed also on Tuesday met with this delegation from Cameroon. I just wanted to get your thoughts on whether the UN, you'd said before that it's not a threat to international peace and security, you're monitoring it. Do you think the UN should be doing more, could be doing more? Have you seen the reality?
Well, obviously I wasn't in the meeting myself, but I was very glad to hear that the delegation were here and that they had a meeting with Amina Mohammed, and I think that demonstrates that the UN is keeping it on their radar as they should, and I support that.
Ambassador, many nations expressed concern yesterday about the rhetoric between the US and North Korea. Any concerns you are expressing this morning?
Well, the concerns I have are that the D.P.R.K. continue to fail to do the things needed that will solve this crisis. What they need to do is to halt their nuclear program and to halt their intercontinental ballistic missile program. Those are the top concerns of the whole of the Security Council and the whole of the international community.
Ambassador, are you concerned?
We'll get back to you with a number. The point of the question, though, is a good one, which is that the D.P.R.K. is now not just a regional threat, but a global threat. And an increasing number of Security Council countries are directly threatened by the rhetoric and by the missile program and by the nuclear program that the D.P.R.K. regime are building up, and that is why we call with unanimity and with clarity on the D.P.R.K. to give up those pretensions, to do what they should be doing, which is to abide by all of the Security Council resolutions.
How concerned are you?
Any contact with your North Korean counterpart here in the past few days?
No.
How concerned are you that all of the rhetoric of the last 48 hours may be distracting governments from actually trying to implement the new sanctions that were passed on Saturday?
Well, what's distracting is the inability of the D.P.R.K. regime to do what they should be doing. They need to send a signal that they are going to halt their nuclear weapons program and to halt their intercontinental ballistic missile program. Once they've done that, then the dialogue can begin, the talks can restart, and we can get on to a path of resolution of this dangerous crisis.
But are you concerned that perhaps some countries may take advantage of this ongoing hue and cry about the rhetoric to not do what they should be doing under the terms of the resolution?
No, I think that Russia and China and all the Security Council colleagues were clear. We all supported the resolution, we all voted for the resolution, and we are all now required to make sure that we implement the resolution. The UK is playing our part in that full implementation of the resolution and all of the sanctions resolutions on D.P.R.K., and I call on China in particular and Russia to do their part too. Thank you very much.
Bye.